Today we are going over to the Pennellville Cemetery. I'm not exactly sure what the official name for the cemetery, but we're literally right down the street from it, maybe about a tenth of a mile, and we'll see you at the opening. And that's my cameraman. That is Declan the DJ. Declan, what sport did you just join?
Football.
All right. Who are you playing for?
Mending.
Where did you go yesterday?
To a football game for them.
Was it a scrimmage?
Yes.
Cool beaners. All righty. So here we have, this is a beautiful landscape right here. Look at how gorgeous this is. This is in the back of the Pennellville Cemetery. As a child, I never came out here. I never stepped foot in the cemetery. And the very first one we come up to is Let Son. Consequentially, or ironically more so, Leeson was my father-in-law's last name, and the very first stone I come up to is at the fact that that's pretty close to the Leeson name, but they're not related. Here we have Silas. He was born 1860 until 1839, and he was married to Emma F. And she was born 1866 until 1948. This graveyard is a very small graveyard. I had just looked it up on Google, and according to Google, this currently has, in the year 2024 of April 28th, 2024, there are only 1,092 people that live here. And this epitaph represents the flagpole presented in loving memory of Vernal R. Watson and in honor of Rosella Watson by their family and the Pennellville Cemetery, May 27th, 1996. So you're looking at almost 28 years ago, almost to the day, one day before, a month before it happens, you know what I mean? Like, you got one more month and it's a year, if that makes any sense. And here we have the actual cenotaph for the cemetery itself. I'm not sure who takes care of this cemetery, but we are really, really early in the cemetery season, and no one has done any of the volunteer work here just yet. And then we have a flag here, and there's a sign right over here. We're going to see who it's dedicated to. This is the American flag, something to be very proud of. It says that this flag is flown in memory of Lynn and Jean Clark by Pat Clark. And as we walk down here, we come across this headstone. This is James T. Siemens. He was born 1825 until 1903. His wife was Marie Addy She was born 1837 until 1901. I may be a little bit wrong on the Marie, but I'm taking a wild guess, I guess, what I'm saying. I'm going to walk around this. And right here we have some pretty cool ones, actually. Jason Aberthian, 1884 until 1901. Looks like there's been some repair work done to it. And then you got all this, I think this is ivy right here. It's really pretty. And then we have, Sadly We Miss Thee. This is Betsy B. She died April 14th, 1866. And Horace B. Burlow was her husband. That looked like one of those Sears headstones that they used to do. Here we have Clarence F. Joshua B. Betsider. I can't really read that next name, but that person died February 13th, 1803. A good son. Oh, he died at 11 years old. We are in section S. Here's one of my favorite headstones right here. I've always liked these ones, the tree headstones. And this one's got a scroll. Here we are at David Nelson, born April 10th, 1860, died December 5th, 1894. And as in some of my other videos, when I see headstones that are like tree stumps and tree trunks and things that are very nature-ish, nature-esque looking, I like to film them. So I'm going to go walk around this one just as well as I do all the other ones. Look at that. At nighttime you wouldn't know any difference. It looks like it's coming right out of the ground, except for you actually see the header stone. And right next to David Nelson, we have William Nelson, 1825 until 1906. He was married to Ellen. She was born 1821 and died 1895. Here we have John Bishop and Martha Bell. John was born 1834, passed away in 1906. His wife died 1841 and died 1924. She lasted a little bit longer than he did. There's the nameplate. I'm not sure if it's a double-sided one or not. No, it's not. It's just this. But here we have Fred Barker and Lillian M. Parker. Fred Parker and Lillian M. Parker. Fred died 1928, was born 1866, and his wife Lillian was born 1864 and died 1910. I'd just like to take a real quick second here and ask for everybody to take the time, and if you could, sub to my channel. I was checking my analytics the other day, and it said that 1% of 99% of a whole are sub to me. I appreciate the sharing on different websites, but go ahead and hit that sub and notification bell. And let's get back to the video. We are at the grave of John C. Owen, born 1812, passed away 1887. His wife was Maria. She was born 1813 until 1895. And on the bottom we have Willard H., his son. He was born 1862 until 1924. And then we have Lillis A., dad, born 1856 until 1961. That my dad said that he wanted to be buried in this cemetery, but he wasn't buried in this cemetery because he passed away in my parents' backyard and he got crushed by a tractor. There is a video. When I find it in my channel, I will post a link to the bottom of this one. But we have some more headstones over here to look at. Let's go take a look. We have Sean M. Granu Shazi, born 1993 until November 15th, 2010. He looked like he was a motorcycle enthusiast. Ride hard or stay home was the motto that he lived by. And here we have a monster beast. Maybe it was his favorite drink. Rest in peace, Shanzi. There is a reflection seating to sit down to talk to Shanzi if you wanted to come here and check it out. Here we have Antonio J. Alves, born May 2nd, 1957, passed away February 19th, 2002. We are in section AG, right here. And here we have the Trask. Robert E. Trask, born 1919 until 2008, and he was married to Millard M. 1920 until 2017 is when she passed away. And here we have a family of people, maybe it looks like. We have the Jameson family. We have Clifford E. Clifford was born 1960 until 1978. I was 3 years old at that time. We have Patricia A., born 1934. She is still living. Bless her soul. And here we have Charles O., 2029. There is a samurai sword right there. I'm not exactly sure what this means. If anybody knows what that is, leave the comment. Here we have Harold and Doris Reeves. Harold was born 1927 and he's still alive. And Doris was born 1931 and passed away in 2004. Here we have the Warden family. Shirley F., born March 1944 until August 26th, 1990. You got Ronald, born June 22nd, 1941, and he's still alive. And we have their little pooch. His name is Joko. It must have been their favorite common ground that they had with each other. And over here we have a newer one, or a newer headstone. These people have been dead for some time. We have Donald D., born April 6th, 1903 until December 11th, 1971. To Frida Goodrich, February 23rd, 1916 until August 16th, 1995. Here's another headstone. They were married June 20th, 1936 in Syracuse, New York. That's an interesting thing because most times people don't say where they were married. Other than being in the newspaper, and we haven't done marriage announcements in newspapers in a long, long time. So that's really cool. That's more information that we can go on doing the history of said family if you are into doing that. And here we have pots. We have the daughter, Susan L., born 1972 until 1993, right next to Leonard Potts and Nancy Potts. Leonard was born 1936, and there's no death date, so he is still alive, hopefully, and Nancy the same, 1939, and she hopefully is still alive. And this is a gorgeous etching on this headstone. And over here we have Louis Salzman. Louis E. Salzman, Jr., born 1915, born November 15th, 1974. He was born 1974, November 15th. All right, here we have the daughter of Leonard and Nancy Potts. She was called Susan. She was born 1972, and she passed away in 1993. Over here is where we have Leonard J., born 1936, and Nancy A., born in 1939. I don't see a death year on that, so hopefully they're still alive. And just before we go, let's get a really good look at this etching. Beautiful angel of mercy right there. Gorgeous job. And right here we have Forever Loved. We have Louis E. Salzman Jr., born November 15th, 1974, died May 13th, 1999. He was also a fan of the Miami Dolphins. And he was also a person who worked for the government. That's really cool. And he also was a motorcycle enthusiast. Here is an etching that says, "When I am gone, release me, let me go. I have so many things to see and do. It mustn't tie yourself me with tears. Be happy that we had so many years. I gave you my love, you gave me your guess. The only thing you gave me in happiness. I thank you for the love and each have shown." And I'll just let you read the rest of it. All right, we're going to head over to Robert Parker. Robert Bob Parker. He was born November 17th, 1972, and passed away November 14th, 1998. And there is a Bugs Bunny etched into his headstone. And on the bottom of it says, "Who the man?" Robert Parker, you were the man. And over here we have another set of Parkers. We have Mary A. Parker, born 1935, passed away 1995. In the middle it says "Together Forever," and she was married to John E. Parker, born 1935, passed away in 2015. We'll get a couple more in and then we're going to head on home. Or head to my mom's house. I haven't seen her in a while. We just had my father-in-law die. And we're getting along. We're moving right along. Slowly but surely. But here we have Clark Regina A., born September 20th, 1928, April 27th, 1994, and she's buried here with her sister, Len W. She was born 5/4/1922 until 10/13/1990. That symbol that you see right there, that is a Freemason symbol, in case you guys are wondering what that may be. And we're going to come over here to Daniel and Milford M. Rice. Daniel C., born 11/15/1956 until 4/7/2001. And Mildred was born 11/21/1947. And their motto is today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Or better yet, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and sometimes forever. He was a fan of hunting. You see some good buck there. A fan of motorcycling. And he had a belief in his religion. We are here at the Clark. We are here at William H. Clark, born 1862 until 1942. Married to his wife Dora D. She was born 1863 until 1897. And I won't cross over this fence unless I'm allowed to get into the door that's sitting right there. I feel like it's like a trespass. The reason why they put these things up when they first started doing it was to protect the people. And over on this side we have John Oringer, born 1840 until 1899. Jane, his wife, was born 1844, and they never put her death year. I'm pretty sure. I mean, she'd be pretty old. And right here we may have siblings or children. Let's see if we can get in here. Nope. There we have a father woman called Dora. We have William right here. I'm just leaning over really good so you guys can get a good look. That's me grunting. And on this side over here, we have John Clark, born 1861 until 1933.